Boom is falling off, question mark. Welcome back to another one, y'all boys. Now real quick, just to answer that question, no, Boom ain't fall off. Boom can't fall off. He's at a point in his career where he has his own lane, own niche. It doesn't matter what he does. He has a committed fan base who's going to keep him where he is for a long time. At least he's captured the attention of a generation. Y'all know I don't edit my videos and I just speak from my brain. So I want to watch this video because I was skimming through it just to see. I always like to keep updated because nobody really uploads Skibidi stuff as much anymore as they used to. I'm not saying it's dead or nothing, but it's just slowly but surely fading, and it might make a comeback, and it might, episodes will drop and things of that nature. But the force and hype that it once had isn't as prevalent. Maybe one day, when everything all said and done, all the teams are situated and everything like that. But who knows? You can't hold your breath with these kind of things. But either way, I did want to elaborate on this discussion that we had about Skibidi Toilet and the consistency and frequency of the uploads. But I don't want to yap too much in the beginning. I'm going to let Dadabayo go ahead and talk a little bit about things going on, and let's just do it.
Finally, I managed to make a video for you after some time, because this time we really have something to talk about. Because a few days ago, Boom just bombarded us with information in an interview with Steak in honor of the 2nd anniversary of the series.
Shout out Steak, keeping it alive with the interviews and things of that nature. Usually I watch Elite Cameraman's coverage of these interviews, but he doesn't even post those anymore. And for me to skim through all of it, it's crazy. It's like a 2-hour stream. But if somebody has like a condensed version, maybe I'll check it out.
Series. By the way, I don't believe it's been 2 years already.
Yeah, it's crazy to think it's been 2 years. I'm not gonna lie. Time is flying by with this content, YouTube, and seeing that it's been 2 years of Skibidi Toilet already makes me like reflect and look over my entire career as a YouTuber, bro. Like, y'all don't know, I've been at this for 4 or 5 years at this point. It took a long time to get any kind of audience. For me, I had uploaded over 100 reactions before I even got 100 subscribers. So it's been a long time, a long grind. If you're wondering why there's a air mattress in my background, is because I did my Godzilla reaction on that air mattress because I didn't feel like sitting for like 3 hours, 2 hours while watching Godzilla. If you don't believe me, it's right here. I can't wait to release that. I was going to release it today, but I ran out of time. I'm not gonna lie, I ran out of time. It's already 9:18. It's gonna take me to like midnight to finish editing, and then by then everybody's gonna be asleep, so it's no point in uploading it. And it looked crazy just skimming through it, but trust me, when you watch the video the way it's edited, it's very fast, a lot of cuts, because you know how movie reactions are. Maybe might put a Patreon for people who want the uncut reactions of these movies, but either way.
As if only yesterday I watched episode 41 with the appearance of my Sigma Boy Titan TV man, after which I really wanted to analyze the series, and I'm deeply surprised. But anyway, a lot of important things have happened recently that you should know about.
Okay.
And one of the most important reasons was that Boom was attacked
the strikes.
and had to delete season 25.
Yep.
As you know, something like this happened before when the Russian mafia attacked Boom in the same way. And as a result, he fought back quite easily. But this time it's much more serious because now he's being attacked not by some no-name guys.
Yeah, it's by a whole company.
And in addition to the mistake, Boom also made a little comment about it, so everything will be sorted out. Hello friends, you're on the channel. Subscribe to the channel, and 4 days ago, Boom agreed to do an interview with Steak in honor of this 2nd anniversary of the series. And answered a billion lore questions, revealed some secrets, and even shared leaks. But in this particular video, I want to pay more attention to the strikes drama and the hate that came down on Boom. The first thing Steak started with was a question about the strike situation.
Okay, so we're kind of getting the whole Steak interview condensed right here in this video, so we don't really got to do another video on that.
To bring you up to speed on what strikes are and where they come from. Long story short, some dude came out of nowhere claiming to be the creator of Skibidi Toilet, as absurd as that sounds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
As far as I know, this dude is from Ukraine himself and has a company in Dubai. And this dude somehow managed to trademark some characters. And everything looks quite official. Also, this guy says he created the Skibidi Toilet back in 2020, which is pretty funny since the first episode didn't come out until 2023.
Word.
But what's more hilarious, I was able to find out when this site was created. And the creation date is May 19th, 2023. Even though the first episode of Skibidi was released on
but why though? Why try to take somebody's life work and take it as your own? Like, the greed in this world is ridiculous.
February 7th. So the site itself
man.
until 3 months and 12
like,
days
imagine if they
the
put all this energy into their own things, bro.
The first Skibidi episode was released on YouTube. And remember this information. He also claims that he has posted animations and designs on various sites and forums. And don't forget that in the beginning, he wrote that it was in 2020. And I'm betting my lunch money that neither I and none of you in 2020 did not see any animations or designs that this dude is talking about.
No.
And knowing this information.
And also in 2020, nobody was really watching SFMs like that. The only SFMs popping was probably like the SCP ones, some TF2 ones.
And there's a logical explanation for what's going on. This is a usual goofy company that hunts for hype trends and tries to steal rights from inexperienced authors. Dudes realized that Skibidi Toilet was phenomenally successful and decided to trademark some characters before Dafuk did, since I doubt Dafuk immediately thought of trademarking. And bro just chillin' and making YouTube videos like a typical YouTuber.
Right.
And since Dafuk didn't have a website or anything at the time, they decided to play it safe and created a website and started trademarking the characters before Boom, as they realized it was a goldmine as the series was blowing up all the charts. And this company just took advantage of that because they had experience in it and trademarked the characters. And we ended up with this shit in strikes. Dafuk also said, "Goofy company. Dump trolls like this always existed. Especially common when you create a highly successful franchise."
Little aura flex. Little aura flex.
Were after the trend and found it and reacted very quickly, registered trademarks for several characters. And now they're making their own games and want to release animations, which is just crazy.
Yeah, it made no sense.
Guys are literally appropriating other people's achievements, and it's disgusting. And even though Boom says everything is fine, it still 100% affected him, because any human being can't react normally to that. And what's just as crazy, they even have Dom Studios characters, clocks, and drills.
Wild.
And it's completely absurd. They also tried to strike Maxity, and will probably
Which is
strike
wild.
someone else. It's possible that the analysis channels will also be hit, so be sure to join my Discord at the link in the description.
But like, why?
So you know
What do
who's
y'all
touching.
gain?
But in any case, I think they have no chance to win. It's just that it's gonna take some time to work this shit out. But aside from the strike drama, there was another very interesting post on Reddit that I want to point out, so let Egg read it to you.
I'm tired of the subreddit excusing the fact. Cozy is right, but I would like to add.
Cozy's right. Wait, what did I say? You know what? This is probably referring to when I was like, it used to upload every other day, and now it's just kind of crazy, the upload schedule, which is true. Like, bro, I'm gonna put it really simply because I think I was on Reddit one time and I read somebody saying like he sounds entitled like me. Let me reiterate this one more time and put it as bluntly and simply as possible. Understand, hype and relevance is quick. It goes quick. Social media is a quick game. That's why, as a reaction channel, at least for me, I have to upload a lot because a lot of these trends or a lot of things I react to, they come and go. Come and go, come and go, come and go. So Skibidi is one of the few things that I reacted to in my channel's history where it's stuck on the channel. And unfortunately for this community and some other communities, they get infected with people who do bad things that bring it down. For example, one of the staples of my channels was like Roblox Storytime Roast. Like I really enjoyed those and you know, Sha Ling and all these things. But then the whole Koofy situations happened, which affected so many people. And it honestly discouraged, I think, a lot of those YouTubers to not upload as much, including Kaka and all these people. So you know, that kind of went downhill, and that's just kind of how these things go. And so when I'm saying you're not uploading as much, it's like, bro, we all know Boom a millionaire. We all know Boom got money. We all know Boom done made it. He's successful, made the franchise, working with big name people. Proud of him. That's the OG. Shout out to him. But it's just one of these things where, like, with the fan base, the casuals are not going to stick around if there's not constant content. And it don't got to be every day, but like a Discord here, a podcast here, a short here. You know what I'm saying? And these things can happen. Like it's not out of the realm of impossibility, especially seeing what Skibidi Toilet is and how massive it is and how many creators there are. So many programs could be done, whether if Boom reaches out to any of the content creators, any of the reactioners, any of the side, like there's so much that can happen that just isn't. And when you have a franchise like this, and a lot of these fans, you know, you want to give them all the tools to stay entertained, but you know that just don't happen as much as it used to. And so because of that, again, it's not the core fan base I'm talking about, because we're always going to be here, because I'm still going to react to Skibidi, you know, over time. But casuals and a lot of the people who watch it every now and then just to check it out, they move on, bro. They see it, they see there's no content, they forget about it. They might come back a year later, but by the time that happens, you compound that by like 2, 3, 4 million people per 2-3 months, then you have a 12 million view drop off, 15 million view drop off, 20 million view drop off, which again might not seem substantial to y'all in the short run, but in the long run, when if and I hope it never does get to this point, but if Skibidi Toilet isn't getting 10, 20 mil views per vid and it's only doing like 1, 2, 3, then people are going to say it falling off or whatever it may be. But it's not that it fell off. It's just that there wasn't enough attraction and enough content to keep the interest there. So, and you see a lot of these analysis channels aren't able to upload as much, you know, and somebody like Steak, much love to Steak, but his entire content isn't Skibidi Toilet. This is just one of the staples of the many things that he does. So for him, don't matter. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of these people, don't matter. But there are some people who Skibidi is something that they, you know what I'm saying? Like they be like, yo, where's Skibidi? But then it go away for a month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month. And then, and those people mind, it just fades into obscurity. So again, like, I don't want to bombard with Yap, but that's just what it is, bro. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. There is no right way to do anything. However, if you pay attention, you'll see that it does have an effect on the community and it does have an effect on, you know, the longevity and also the expansiveness of the community, like of the franchise.
Boom, the Lord and Savior, probably a millionaire, got toys brand recognition, Skibidi Toilet in stores. The dude is loaded with money we will never see. Yet, the Reddit is constantly excusing Boom for long wait times. Boom is not hungry anymore. He made it, and it's shown in his longer and longer release times. The fandom says he is cooking and quality is going up, but if I was a millionaire, I'd hire a team and communicate with my fans. But nope, dude hops on Steak's nuts with a few pitches and disappears for one thing.
And that's the thing, bro. Like, yo, I'm not gonna say I disagree or I agree. Like, I see some things that I understand, but the Boom is not hungry part, I don't know about that because the animation qualities is out of this world. But I will say, Boom's at a point in his career where he should definitely have like a 4 or 5 man team. Like, we're talking about Skibidi Toilet, if not bigger, is on the same level as Amazing Digital Circus, right? Murder Drones, right? Y'all would agree, like, they're on the same level, if not Skibidi Toilet is way bigger. Okay, cool. But with Glitch, they have teams of who knows how many. You know what I mean? Like, we're at a point where Skibidi Toilet should be released every Friday, working with at least a team of 5, 6 people. And that's just animators. And then you got writers, you got sounders. Like, you should have a full team that can go on full payroll, bro. 2-3 million views of the series, excuse me, is going to allow for most of their payrolls. Like, Boom would still have mad money. And if anything, he would have even more money. But again, we don't know what's really going on in the background. There could be something that's going to be dropped. There's things that's happening. Again, we don't know. But from my perspective, you know, as somebody who's growing in this space and who's trying to figure out his own way to do things, I would say it would make more sense that he does have a team. Should he have a bigger team? I don't know. Like, I don't know the details. Nobody does. But again, it does kind of seem that way, right? He should have a big team. He should have everything he needs. A marketer, a PR. You know, he has Invis that do a lot of the product placements and things of that nature. So, I don't know.
There is no excuse. Boom is probably a one-man team. No PR team, no animation team. Because if that was the case, we would have more communication and a constant release schedule. Face it, you gaslight yourselves into defending millionaire Boom, and I'm tired of acting like the cope is fine. We should criticize, as criticism is not a reflection of dislike or hate. It's accountability for a series you love.
Word.
And I want to comment on this post because it makes a few valid points. Firstly, Defuk Boom is definitely not hungry anymore, but that doesn't stop him from making episodes that get better every time.
Right.
And you can see that in the quality of the series.
Right.
As he used to release episodes almost every day because of the crazy hype. But when the hype became less, but the series is still gaining crazy views, he decided to focus on quality as he has clearly earned enough to take his time in releasing episodes.
True.
So it's hard to say that money has changed him because he still works every day. I can also agree that criticism is not necessarily hate. It can also be part of love, as it shows that fans of the series are not indifferent to it. This author also said that Boom is one-man team, which is partly true. But I think you forgot about Invis that works with Boom and also promotes the series. We also know that HoovyTube did some particles for Boom and probably something else. Also, from what Boom says, he has a team that is also helping him with something. So you can say that he's not completely solo, but still, animation is something he probably does alone. But the people who once helped him obviously made his job a bit easier. This author also claims that if he had that kind of money, he would hire a team and talk to fans more, which is a big misconception, and I'll explain why. Roughly and briefly, if any of you had millions bucks, you wouldn't be sitting at a PC and talking to fans, but would be buying shit and going on yachts and enjoying life.
But see, that's where delegation comes into it. Like, I agree with what she's saying, but I'm not going to sit here and assume that Boom is not smart, because he's obviously a genius in his own right. He could easily hire literally somebody to run the whole operation. Literally, if he wanted to, it could get to a point where Boom literally wouldn't have to do anything at all. You could have a team of writers, a team of animators, a team of this, a team of that, and he's good. He's good. You don't got to do nothing. Let Skibidi Toilet operate on its own, and while still maintaining all the rights. But that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with being hands-on. It's his series. He does what he wants. But there are ways to construct it as to where he can literally enjoy his lifestyle and still have a constant release schedule, or a consistent release schedule, as well as shorts, as well as all these things. But again, I'm not complaining. I'm just speaking from another perspective as to where, you know, Skibidi is released consistently. Like, I'm saying it's a possibility. It's not impossible. You know, I feel like when people talk about it, it's like it's impossible. It's not impossible. Is it improbable? Sure, but impossible? No, of course not. Oh wait, it's muted.
Despite such opportunities, still continues to make the series, share leaks, and answer questions.
Right, which we appreciate.
10-year-old kids don't understand how money can change a person.
Right.
And a person with $1 million and a person with $0 are completely different people.
Right.
If you don't understand Dafuk Boom, you need to become as successful as him to understand what I'm talking about.
Right.
Because how can you say you do this and that if you haven't been, and probably won't even come close to being in the same conditions?
Wow.
It's like saying I'll be a good president and I'll do this and that and say nice
right,
things,
and you don't know nothing about
it and end up with shit. Or saying that I can beat a lion with my bare hands pretty easily, knowing that actually fighting a lion will never happen.
That'd be all right.
I mean, that's just idle talk and a waste of time. It doesn't make any sense. And I'll be honest, I'm not trying to defend him. Even though it looks like a defense, I'm telling you the hard facts. People don't realize the stress that money and fame can bring.
Right. She's
honestly,
right.
If I was making millions of dollars, it's unlikely I'd be doing what I'm doing now and chilling somewhere.
Right.
But Boom is still making episodes and making them much better. To all this, I also want to point out that he doesn't owe you anything.
Right, exactly.
He doesn't have to answer even one question. He
exactly.
doesn't have to drop leaks, etc.
Exactly.
How is he supposed to talk to you all?
I agree.
Imagine Dafuk Boom talking on Discord with 8-year-old kids who write...
Nah, and it's not even that. Like, and I'm just speaking from the perspective of the people, because, you know, obviously all the points are valid. I think this is a healthy discussion that's going on here. You know, but there are ways around it. You know, there's stages on Discord where only he talks. There is delegation where you can have things and have people do it for you. Like, there's ways around everything. And at the end of the day, you know, when it comes to the copyright and the lawyers and the strikes and all these things, that is totally reasonable and totally fair. From the people's perspective, however, I just feel like there definitely could be more. There could be more. I'm not saying it's not enough, because again, he don't owe us nothing, but there could be more. That's all I'm trying to say. And I think that's all the Reddit is trying to say too. There could be more, you know, not saying that there has to be, you know, there is no right or wrong when it comes to these kind of discussions, but you know, it just.
Right first under some Skibidi video. That's crazy, bro. Even Skibidi Analysis very rarely talk to the fans. What to talk about this big guy who actually shares something from time to time. And you can't imagine how many people are trying to talk to him, maybe get some kind of collaboration.
Right.
Even on my pretty small channel with few views, I get 10 emails a day with some partnership bullshit or scam, and it's exhausting. And what to talk about a dude with 45 million subscribers who created an insanely successful franchise. Also, a lot of people cry that episodes come out infrequently, and that's true, but come on. Y'all sound like you're sitting in a chair in front of a wall waiting 24/7 for a Skibidi episode to come out. I mean, you're not putting in any effort or refreshing the Dafuk Boom page every second. Just chill out and do something else.
I'm sure some do.
And one day, all of a sudden, an episode will come out, you'll enjoy it and move on with your life. What I'm trying to say is that you're coming up with some crazy expectations that are completely unnecessary. I mean, no need to defend Boom, no need to criticize him, just leave him alone and live your life. There's no point in all this talking and criticizing because nothing will change. Literally nothing will change. But actually, I don't understand why I'm seriously trying to explain something to 10-year-olds. I'm starting to lose my mind, bruh. Anyway,
I feel
in the end,
it.
I'm tired of it. Do what you want, say what you want, but at some point you will realize that there is no point in it because it will not change anything. But here's how Boom responded to this post. Not gonna lie, I were usually sent nice things from Reddit community, but this post is massive L. Fans can get frustrated over time, I agree. But this MF crosses the line and sounds like entitled brat. Twitter community, on the other hand, is a very civil place with a lot of cool contributions. Something for Reddit to learn.
And that's what I was trying to say. It's not entitlement at all. It's not entitlement. And I agree with Dr. Bayo about saying setting insane expectations. But for me, again, I hear the fans, I hear the people, he says fans can get frustrated over time. So he acknowledges that over time, it could cause a little frustration, a little unease. My whole point is with those kind of things it could make a lot of the casuals. I'm not trying to sound redundant, but it's just the casuals, bro. It's a lot of the casuals and it's a lot of the growth and the expansiveness of the community. But again, I just think Skibidi is where it is. I'm not gonna say it's hit a ceiling because we don't know what booms are gonna pull out. But over time, I think this will get better. I think there will be a lot more things. I don't think it's a problem that gets worse, just because I think Invis and there's already people in his ear saying things like this. Like I don't gotta say nothing. I feel like these are already conversations and discussion that he got to hear all the time. And so that's why he says like entitlement, because you don't know what's going on. And that's what I said. You don't know what's going on. At the end of the day, I think it is a healthy discussion to have. But I will say, give the man some props, give him some credit, and give him some time. Doesn't matter what you think. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I think. Don't matter what Dr. Bill thinks. This is one guy who pretty much controls it all. And because of that, he can do whatever he wants, and that's just what it is. It's not nothing to be happy, sad, angry about. It just is what it is. And it's like Dr. Bale said, you just move on, bro. And that's what I want to avoid. I don't want people to move on. I want everybody to stay, but it's going to be hard to keep people in a community that isn't feeding them, because a lot of people stay around for content. If there's no content, most people don't have a reason to stay around. That's kind of how it works on social media. So,
Bro literally roasted Reddit on Stake Stream, and it was nuts. You clearly don't understand how you would feel if you were him, and I think he's sharing enough information and y'all need to chill with this a little bit. And about the long release of episodes, it's unlikely that anything will change, because I think that boom has raised the quality bar too high.
Right.
And he can't lower it any further, and Bro is doing the animation alone.
Right.
By the way, a lot of people also think that why doesn't he just hire animators? You have no idea how hard it is to find an animator of the same level as Boom. It's almost impossible.
Right. And that's true too. I will say that's true too, because I was researching myself to have animators and things of that nature, and I came across some forums that were saying like there's like a shortage of SFM animators these days. But I guess because Boom's popularity, there is a lot more animators going around, but not everybody's going to make it to that level, because that's real passion and real dedication with animating.
Money. But even if he found an equally experienced dude, it would be hard for them to work together because Boom does everything in a certain style. He himself gave the example that asking someone to do something for him is like asking another artist to finish a part of your painting, which is incredibly difficult because everyone has a different style. And the only thing he can get help with is probably map preparation and character design.
What it would have to be was he would have to like tutor somebody or have a shadow for like 2-3 weeks, a month, maybe 2 months. And then from there, just hope that they understand it.
By the way, here's what he said about the team. On episode 78, I did work with a team since early December, but it took quite long for them. And result wasn't satisfying in the end, so I had to take back all control.
Right.
It's not bad at all, but it's not authentic.
Right.
It was like asking other painters to draw a piece of art for you. But we also did work on some designs for new characters, which turned out very hype. You won't be disappointed in 78. As you realized.
I mean, and again, because I know Corey Kenshin is like exactly the same when it comes to with things like this. Like he don't want nobody to edit for him. And so it makes sense, bro. It makes sense.
Even with a team, it's quite difficult to do some drippy skibidi, because the guys have less experience and understanding of some things. But nevertheless, they are contributing too, and if it speeds up the episode release date even a little bit, I personally will be only happy. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about today. In the next video, we will discuss all the plot questions and leaks, and my theories based on Boom's answers will definitely surprise you, so subscribe and stay tuned.
W video. Well, I hope that cleared some thoughts for y'all boys. Anybody that was worried about Skibidi Toilet or just thinking about it, there you go. There goes my thoughts on it as of right now. The reason I uploaded a lot today is because I'm still editing this Godzilla video, trying to get it ready for tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you later. Peace.